Hello guys, I'm Bintang Senja from Pawitra Studios. In this video, I'm going to share about 5 things you need to know regarding lighting in 3D animation production. Okay, the first thing, I will show you the process of creating 3D animation movie. If you ever see this image here about 3D production pipeline, you will know that at least there are 3 stages to make 3D animation movie. Pre-production, production, and then post-production. I'm not going to explain this all, but I'll be focusing on the lighting, rendering, and compositing. Okay, as you can see here, lighting and compositing are in this stage. This area here mostly used for final editing. There are 5 things if we talk about lighting in general. First is LookDev. Usually it is on the asset stage. Second is master lighting. It is both on asset and shot stage. The third is shot lighting. The fourth is rendering, and the last is compositing. Now I'll talk about LookDev. Okay, LookDev stands for look development. Look development is process to find the looks that we want. It could be characters, props, and environment or sets. So LookDev for characters, usually we have standard light rig to be used for the characters and some balls to look at clearly how the shaders behave. Sometimes we also trying to use HDR image to just look at how the characters react to different kind of lighting scenario. And in this process, we also aiming to make the shader more optimized for the show. Here you can see the standard light rig with standard intensity. And you can also use the key, fill, rim light rig, but I would suggest you leave the color as white. Okay, I will show you the files itself. It is like very simple. Okay, it's just an area light with strength 100 and all the colors is white and with simple HDR image like this one. Okay, and also a backdrops here. Okay, now LookDev for props. Okay, for LookDev props, it is the same light rig I use for the characters and also some balls that represents the materials. Then there's LookDev for environments or sets. In this case, I made a tropical forest. I would need some trees, bushes, plants, and oh yeah, this logo is our old logo. We formerly known as Kampung Monster Studios, one of the studios that involved in Gooseberry teaser trailer. But anyway, our name has changed to Pawitra Studios now. Okay, when doing LookDev for environment, sometimes we deal with a lot of stuff like different objects, different elements, lighting scenario that's supposed to be integrated each other. And here, I use basic lighting setup. Okay, as you can see here, I have like bamboo trees, some kind of like palm trees, some plants, some bushes, some ornaments. Here, as you can see, I use a basic, very basic lighting setup. Just one sun or directional light with standard sky dome or environment light. Okay, here's the file itself. And as you can see here, I use a sun directionals. I also have additional blue point light here to make area on top of temple. It's kind of magic. But yeah, it's just simple. It's like just sun directionals and then one sky texture or sky dome, you can say. And yeah, it's the lighting is so simple for this environment, at least for the outdoor scene. Okay, for interior maybe it's more difficult than outdoor scene. Okay, and these are the assets that include in the sets, and these are not props. We are not calling it props because if you are confused between props and elements on the sets, usually what we call props is something that characters hold up, okay, or at least have direct interaction with the characters. So if there is a tree that not really interact with characters directly, we are not calling it props. Okay, As you know, in this animation video, the robot holds up a props that looks like a glass tube. That thing is what we call props, okay? Now about master lighting. Master lighting is actually the lighting from one of the shot that we choose to be the master. And we integrate the set lighting with the characters, okay? So how we choose the master lighting? We choose the master lighting is based on the camera angle. We choose the most wide camera angle and also the amount of characters within the shots. Usually we choose shots that have many characters, and also it's also based on time of day, okay? Something like this, and this also can be used as a master shots, and also this one. Okay, after we finish the master lighting, we can continue to the shot lighting. Here I have a context sheet from shot 1 to the end. The lighting is consistent, but before that, in some shots I need to adjust the key direction, because sometimes the animation is on different direction, so the key light kind of wrong. But also there's a consideration about lighting composition on the shot itself. Like these shots here, I remember when I rotate the key light, because when I just use the environment lighting just as it is not work. So I need to rotate the key light. Okay, and after you get this lighting done, you can see there is some shots that have the same camera angle, so we can reuse the lighting scenario for another shots. So that's why this is important to make like a context sheet, here. So regarding the rotating your key is needed if there is something not good happen. So please make sure it still has the continuity. Normally, there is no need to rotate the key light too much if the animation is correct in terms of set position. Now about rendering. Why we separate the LookDev and master lighting with the rendering stage? Because this rendering stage is a bit technical. They usually get lighting that already set up from the master lighting, and also they check all the frames within the shot is ready to the next stage, which is compositing. Okay, what the render artists do is they submit the shots to render farm, which has a render manager like one of these software. There's like Royal Render, Deadline, Flamenco, and Autodesk Backburner. And these are the render manager software, okay? There are other render manager out there that you can choose. And you can also use some services that provide the render farm or the render service, like Render Street, and then Rebus Farms, and yeah, it's many of them. Okay, so this is the sample that what render artists usually do after they submit the shots. They will check frames of the shots. Sometimes when the frame is broken like this, you can see they will see something like this in the render manager, and this means the frame is broken, so they need to delete these frames and reload it again. So the render managers will know that this frame is broken, and it will re-render the frames again. Okay, now compositing. There are some tools that can handle the compositing stage. Software like Nuke, After Effects, Fusion, Natron, and Blender can help us to handle this job. As you can see here, there is a smoke and dust elements that I put on top of the rendered frames to make believable feeling to the shots. We can also give some simple effects like glare, lens flare, and glow. Also adding some motion graphic stuff will help the story. Also can be done in compositing stage. Okay. After that, we can give a fog or atmosphere and depth of field to make it even more believable. So, okay, I think it's enough for this video here. Hope it's helpful for you guys, and if you like, you can subscribe on our YouTube channel here, and see you soon. Bye.